What's up, everybody? Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. I realize I just kind of said that twice. What's up, everybody? And then What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. A lot of what's going on here this morning. Anyway, Wednesday is new release day here on the channel. Thanks so much for joining us here again. Here's one I wasn't expecting to do this week. I was going to give it another week, but I listened to it quite a lot over the weekend since I got back from my trip, and I got a pretty good handle on it already. So I figured, you know what, let's not waste time. Winery Dogs III, brand new release on Three Dog Music. Okay, hopefully you had a chance to check out my little interview with Mike Portnoy a couple weeks ago where we were talking in depth about this new album. Hopefully you've had a chance to hear it. Just came out, I believe, on February 3rd. Let's take a look at it here. There are the three guys. Of course, the Winery Dogs are Mike Portnoy on drums, percussion, vocals, Richie Kotzen on guitars, lead vocals, Billy Sheehan, bass, backing vocals. And here's the booklet. Simply titled 3, right? We're not going to get too complicated with the names of these albums. There's Richie on his little Telecaster there. You got the lyrics here. Here's Mr. Sheehan with his Fender Precision bass. And Mr. Portnoy, produced by the band, engineered by Richie Kotzen, mixed and mastered by Jay Rustin. Additional recording and engineering by Thomas Seuss, Cucci, and Scott Bush. I'm not quite sure, whatever. All music written and arranged by the Winery Dogs. All lyrics by Richie Kotzen. So, if you are well aware of the music of the Winery Dogs and have heard their first two albums, kind of, along those same lines here, right? The Winery Dogs, considering the pedigree of all these guys and all the different types of things they've done, Portnoy's done lots in prog and metal, obviously. Billy Sheehan has done rock and prog and metal. Richie Kotzen has done blues and R&B and shred and metal and rock and all that sort of thing. The Winery Dogs is actually a very musical kind of form of modern day blues rock. I don't really know any other way to put it. They're a rock band, right? It's not a prog band. However, because the musical skills of these three guys is like off the chart tremendous, they mix in lots of little complicated musical bits throughout much of their songs. But yet it comes across more as just good old bluesy rock music, right? That's what it is. You get 10 new tracks on here. Most of the songs fall between 4 and 7 minutes long, so their stuff is, their songs tend to be a little more meat on the bones here, right? But a good mix of bluesier stuff, some good straightforward rock, some very aggressive, not quite metal, but kind of like a groove-laden, progressive, hard rock, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, the songs. Xanadu is the first track. That's the song that they released early on, the first kind of single, the first track they released. That's killer. Really killer. It's muscular. It's groovy. Man, Sheehan and Kotzen are doing some ridiculous stuff. The riffs are great. It's just like it's this shuffling, shifting kind of very hooky kind of track. One of the heavier tracks on the album. The other one that I think is also kind of heavy and, again, for the prog crowd, right, who really want to hear the complicated stuff, is Gaslight. Gaslight is really intense as well. But then you got Mad World, which is another cool track. Probably, to me, the most melodic, hook-laden, and accessible track on the entire album is Breakthrough. Breakthrough is just a great song. It is so memorable. It's got a killer groove, a killer chorus, and it's one of those songs that you hear it a couple times and then it's just playing in your head over and over and over again. I think Breakthrough, in a perfect world, which, today's musical landscape ain't a perfect world, Breakthrough would be a breakthrough hit for these guys. I mean, it's like if this was 1987, okay, Breakthrough would be a smash hit. Get a video on MTV, start, radio playing that song. Everybody would be humming and singing Breakthrough. Really cool song. Really cool song. I must say Richie Kotzen's vocals on the whole album are really good. I really like his voice. I think Richie, throughout his career is mainly known as a superior guitar player, and the guy can shred. He can play tasteful, emotional, bluesy stuff, but he's just got such a really good voice. Kind of reminds me of like Chris Cornell in spots, maybe a little soulful version of Chris Cornell. Then what do you got? You got Rise and Stars. Stars is 6 minutes long. That's kind of moody, kind of like that. Got a really nice guitar solo on that. That's a good song. You got The Vengeance, another good rocker. Pharaoh's another pretty good rocker. The only song I'm not 100% nuts about is Lorelei. It's okay. I mean, I dig it. Not one of my favorites. But then you got The Red Wine, which is the near 8-minute long track that finishes up the album, which again, thunderous grooves. I mean, Billy Sheehan, for God's sake. I mean, him and Portnoy just work so well together. And great bottom end on this song. It's gutsy. It's emotional. It's got some really tasty guitar work on there. A really good vocal by Mr. Kotzen as well. The whole album is just really classy. You know, it's like, that's one of the things I like about the Winery Dogs albums. It's like they're just good listening rock music, right, with a bluesy edge, but yet there's enough of the kind of busy-bodied musical things going on that thrills all of us lovers of, like, you know, progressive music and metal music, right? So it gives you like a best of all worlds, and these three guys just work so well together. That's the thing. They just, you know, I've had the pleasure over the last bunch of years to become friendly with Mike Portnoy, and he, you know, was giving me some of the you know, behind the scenes stuff leading up to going to meet with these two and to record this album during the pandemic, and how excited he was. And, you know, he mentioned to me that things were just kind of coming together really, really quickly, and that they generally do when these guys go and meet. So it's kind of cool when you think about it, how you all get together, you know, in a house or whatever, and you know how much time you got. He's like, we got 2 weeks. We got to come up with stuff, write and record an album, and then when you hear the end results, you're like, man, that's some talent right there that can just get together over a couple of weeks and just put something like this together, just like that. Where, you know, you remember in the old days, you know, writing an album and recording an album could take months, could take years in some instances, and these guys are just able to pull it through very, very quickly and come up with really, really awesome material. So I would say, for those of you who haven't bought this yet and you want to go kind of sample some of the tracks, my favorite songs are Xanadu, Breakthrough, Stars, Gaslight, and The Red Wine. Those are easily my favorites, but the others are all good too. So, but yeah, if you want to hear what Winery Dogs are all about, go listen to Xanadu and Breakthrough, right? Because you got one real catchy up-tempo rock song, and then Xanadu is where they let it all loose. I actually told Mike this on the air. It's like sometimes the music on this album and past Winery Dogs albums reminds me a little bit of the Eat 'Em and Smile album by David Lee Roth back in the 80s, where you had, again, Billy Sheehan was in that band as well. You had Sheehan and Vi, right? And you had the whole band just really worked, and it was not metal, it was hard rock, but it had like lots of different elements and things right there. It really, really worked. It was really, really musical, but not like overly shreddy. That's Winery Dogs. It's like they show you their talents, they let them fly, but it's not, we're not going to do, you know, 1.5-minute long guitar solos, and we're not going to do tons of this unison stuff and all this complicated bits. They have other projects where they do that. Here, they'll show you flashes of that, but it's all about the song, right? So, Winery Dogs 3, check it out. It's available now. Let us know what you think of this album in the comments below. If you haven't heard it, go check it out, and then let us know what you think. And visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. Amazing how many people come to this channel each and every day who watch and never subscribe. You'd really help us out with the subscriptions. We're trying to get to 100,000, right? We're almost there. We're not that far off. So hopefully we can do that over the next year or two, or less. Right? That's all up to you guys, though. So thanks, everybody, and please hit the like button before you leave. I am Pete Pardo. We'll see you real soon here on the channel with more stuff. Till then, have a good one. Bye-bye.